The disciples were in a boat battling a storm on the Sea of Galilee. Waves crashed against their little boat. They were afraid. Then they saw Jesus. He was walking on the water, coming towards them. Peter called out to Jesus. "Lord, if it's you," he said, "tell me to come to you on the water." Jesus replied, "Come." Can you imagine the scene? The wind, the waves, the fear in the boat. Peter did something amazing. He stepped out of the boat, he stepped onto the water, and for a few moments he walked. He walked on the water towards Jesus. Peter's faith was incredible. He trusted Jesus completely. At first, Peter was focused on Jesus. He was walking on the water. But then he noticed the wind. He saw the waves crashing around him. He became afraid. He took his eyes off Jesus. Doubt crept into Peter's heart. He started to sink. The wind seemed louder. The waves seemed closer. "Help me, Lord," Peter cried out. Jesus didn't hesitate. He reached out his hand and caught Peter. He lifted Peter up out of the water. "Why did you doubt?" Jesus asked him gently. They climbed into the boat together and the wind calmed down. The disciples were amazed. They had seen Peter walk on water. They had seen Jesus calm the storm. They knew they were in the presence of God's power. Peter's story teaches us about faith. When Peter kept his eyes on Jesus, he could do the impossible. He could walk on water. But when he focused on the storm, when he doubted, he began to sink. We face storms in our lives too. We have problems. We feel afraid. Like Peter, we might start to sink. But Jesus is always there. He reaches out to us. He wants us to keep our eyes on him. He wants us to trust him even in the storms.